This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price, Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill. First day of practice for Fall Camp 2024. And Josh Heupel clearly likes his team. I think because they've got an older group in a lot of ways. Now, there were some youth out there, but a lot of the key players are older players. It allows you to fall right into kind of getting in work.
Yeah, it does. And you could see that in our observations, just watching just kind of how fast they were with some of the, not necessarily the install stuff, but they could jump right into some real hardcore football stuff. And I thought it was interesting, Josh Heupel saying, because the new rule allowing everybody to be out here, all your analysts and everybody to be out here, they can actually go into more pods and do some different things that way to allow them to work on some specific stuff. So you saw the star position kind of break away from corners and safeties and do their own things there. And you can break your linebackers down and different stuff like that. So it allows you just more teaching, more hands-on teaching allows more specific teaching.
One guy who got some praise, and I asked the coach about him, was Josh Josephs. I mean, he looks dramatically bigger. I mean, a guy that I think struggled to put in weight or whatever, however you want to phrase it, the first 2 years, doesn't look like that now.
No, and I don't want to compare him to Jalen Wright or Jalen Hyatt in terms of what his production is going to be, but I do think he's one of those guys that has made a decision at season's end to commit to the game at a much different level than he had been his first couple of years. And that commitment is weight room, nutrition, taking care of your body better, studying more, getting deep dive into it. And listen, James Pierce took off running last year, right?
Yep.
10 sacks. Everybody's talking about him. The first year, everybody was kind of talking about Josephs. He made more plays. He got more snaps than Pierce did. So I think it's a situation where competition around him and his commitment level to football has changed his outlook this offseason and has put him in a different place. He looks fantastic.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, first day of fall camp. I think the defense has a chance to take a huge step up front. One, because they're all older. But two, I just think the going from Roman Harrison to Josh Josephs is going to be night and day. I just, from a playmaking standpoint, I think that's where you have a real chance. Because James Pierce is going to be James Pierce.
Right.
I think that's where you have a chance to take a real jump.
Well, and I think when you look at that defensive line, and maybe it's because we know what Omar Norman Lott looks like, or we know what Amari Thomas looks like, and those veteran guys there. What stood out to me today was how different they look at defensive end on both sides. Not just James Pierce, and we know the weight that Herring's put on, but you're talking about Weathersby, and you're talking about West, and you're talking about Josephs, and guys on that other side. They look dramatically different than they did.
The young guys, the common theme was head on a swivel, it goes fast.
Yeah, and you know, everybody wants to know, is this offense going to play at a faster pace than they did last year? We'll see when they get into games exactly what they are. Sounds like they got off to a really fast pace today and a really fast start. Even Jemias Hurd was like, yeah, man, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's loud. It's happening really fast. And then on the flip side of it, for for Jordan Ross, he was just like, yeah, I know everything, but processing it and getting lined up in a hurry is a real challenge. I think this offense flew out of the gates pretty fast on Tim Banks' defense. I don't think there was any easing into the water from a tempo standpoint.
And asked what his kind of his goal is for year one, Jordan Ross says to play a lot. He'll have to earn it because there's some dudes in front of him at that position. He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.